Oh my gosh. We are live. We are live. Oh my God. Remote teams, channel partners, part-time part-time staff. How do you use people who are not like sitting in the office with you to grow a company into millions? I don't know, but I'll tell you what I spearheaded my company to do, right? And that's what we are doing tonight. The biggest challenge of managing a part-time team are things you can fix. So if you are in any way thinking or wondering how to make that happen, by the way, a lot of people are running businesses like this where they are the solopreneur, right? Solopreneur rather, where they are the sole or where they are the full-time staff. Every other person is like a vendor in that sense. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. How I did it for 15 years and counting, and you're going to know how we have switched off things a bit. I'm just waiting for 2 more minutes before we start. No, there's no need to wait, right? So that people watching the video will not say, oh, they didn't start when I logged in. Ha! Africa Tales and Beats is already here. Okay, so that is the sign to fire on, fire on, fire on. If you didn't know, African Tales and Beats is now officially in my team, if you know what I mean. Good evening, African Tales and Beats. Good to see you. I'm just looking at my notes like, okay, let me position this camera in a better way. I was taking a risk with this. A big risk. Oh my gosh. You know how much cameras are now? Even a good phone. Don't mind me, guys. Okay. We are all set and ready to grow right now. We are all set and ready to grow. I'm looking at my monitor again. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe I should sit up a bit. My camera shows me, but there's a lot of headroom though. Maybe I should bring it down. Yeah, some people are on the stream. Please drop a comment so that I can give you the honors that is due. Let me see with my camera whether it's better now. Yes, okay, I think it's better. So remote teams, part-time staff, people who are not there with you 24/7 or at least 9 to 5. How do you manage them in a business? I worked like this for 15 years and we are still counting. So if you're wondering if it's possible to build a global team, a global company and build it into millions. In fact, if you're a YouTuber, you should know many YouTubers are running this style of business. But ours is a bit different, it's a bit more incorporated, but still you can succeed with working with a remote team. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. This is the point you relax. Watch to the end of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up and please share this video. If you don't know where to get it, tap the 3 hamburger buttons on the top right, the 3 dots, and then click on like. Also subscribe to join this family. I would love to really have you as a member of this channel. So managing our remote team or managing our part-time staff used to feel like I was juggling dozens of things, especially because also remember I was working in 9 to 5 jobs and I was also blogging. So we had all of them, communication gaps. Sometimes you have too many back and forth on things. Sometimes our schedules are inconsistent, it's not flowing. You have to, somebody's timing might not be matching with another timing, with the project timing. Sometimes there was lack of accountability, people not saying, oh, I didn't know that was what it was. It was tough, right? Trust me, and at that time I was working solely alone. I was at the center of it all. I was delegating everything alone. So imagine if I was committed in my 9 to 5 and was very busy and something slips and I didn't make a reminder, a project will suffer. And we have clients to satisfy, Yeah. So I was delegating nonstop. I didn't have a life to breathe. to just relax outside work. My life was characterized by work. I still remember a doctor once in Abuja who told me that, girl, you're not living. Because everything I hear as I ask you question is work, 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 work. I haven't heard you say you're going to club and dance. I didn't hear you say you're going on a date. I have not heard you say you're going to play basketball. Everything you've told me is work. You have to, have a chill pill on work. And it was a reality check for me in that sense. I had to start dealing with not getting myself stressed up, chronic stress, and begin to function optimally, right? Because I started my business of book editing and proofreading as a freelancer who was broke, who needed to save her life literally because I was in a new city. I needed to survive. Remember, I said I don't recommend this for a business start. It's okay, but I don't recommend it. I didn't have a good fee structure to price my services. I couldn't afford to. How will I hire someone? I haven't even hired myself, right? Even when I'm done with the jobs, I can't even provide for all my needs, right? So I was a one-man full-time staff for years. Again, I was just working like a one-man show as usual. I couldn't get so many clients also because every work, I was a technical person, I was an operational person, I was a marketer, you get, and there was no way I was going to break even. This was because I was also, remember, I was stuck in a 9-to-5, I was blogging on the side. So I decided to start making channel partners, to deliver some jobs. Like you've heard a lot about this from episode 1 to 8. If you haven't been in those episodes or have watched them, then please go catch up, right? The jobs coming were also sparse. It was according to what I could handle. So I soon graduated from that phase to working with other writers, editors, so that we can have more clients. Then on some years, clients will even dry up and then we are not really engaged, right? So imagine having to have your editors and writers begin to do their own personal jobs because you're not bringing, you understand, you're not vibing anymore. It was difficult, without doing, you can't keep them without them doing anything since you're not paying them for their time full time, right? So as years of running of my business part-time continued and my team increased, I finally found practical solutions to this drudgery way of working, right? And we'll be discussing all about it in today's episode. If you've ever struggled with managing a team to get something accomplished, whether it's a project or a book or even just a company like me, then hit the like button. If you want to know as well, hit the like button. It helps the channel grow. It helps YouTube to recommend this video to more people who will need this solution and know what to do. Okay, so do me a favor and do that. And please also subscribe to this channel because this video is going to be of immense help to you. So welcome to my channel officially. My name is Being Chisom. Sorry. My name is Chisom, and this is my brand new show called Being Chisom. It's a 30 days motivational live video series where I'm sharing everything I have experienced running business in 15 years, and I dare to inspire you throughout this series, and that's what it has been. It's my new year gift to you. The year is no longer as new as it should be because today is the end of January, and may I say that God, who has brought you to the end of this month, will make you see the end of the year and many years ahead in Jesus' name. Amen. So drop your city and the country where you're watching me from so that I can hail you and I know the kind of community I'm building. Drop a question for me as I go so that I can pick them up and answer as we are rounding off so that I don't miss any questions. On this channel particularly, I share about money, business, and opportunities. And I am an advocate that you should do the work you love and you should make money from who you are. So if you stick around enough by subscribing to this channel and turning off notification, I will let you know how you're such a multi-billion bucks yourself the way you are. Like you don't need another degree, another certification, another skill to make money off you. You are a complete package. I will teach you how to do exactly that on this channel. So will you go subscribe? Tell a friend to subscribe as well, okay? We have been here on this channel since October of 2022 and we really welcome you to join us. My biggest challenge is what I'm going to start with. When I started running with a remote team, sorry, let me fix something real quick. Just a few minutes, guys. My internet is going to go off in a jiffy. Let me get it Okay, great. Thank you so much. Let me look at my monitor. Are you back? Can you hear me again? Can you hear me? Okay, we are back. Thank you for holding on for me a minute. I needed to top up on my internet. I saw a notification that showed that. And I can't cut you off like that. You're very important to the scheme of things. In the scheme of things. So when I moved from freelancing to running my business, which was just a year gap, but I was still in 9 to 5 so that I can get the perspective. I needed a lot of help, a lot. I had a partner then that I remember I'd registered the business with. We were doing everything together. So we were the 2 full-time staff at that time. But hiring full-time employees wasn't financially realistic at all. I've already told you why. Like I mentioned, again, I was stuck in another person's office, working for them full-time, collecting salaries after every 30 days as an employer. So I had to build my team with part-time editors, writers, proofreaders, designers, illustrators, printers. Who else we used to do? Okay, well, we did National Library ourselves to get ISBN, all that. But here is what I wasn't prepared for, even after I had done all of this, right? Number one thing that was a major challenge was, of course, communication delays. I could send a message, say in the morning, about a task that needs to be done to a particular person. But since my team was not like, with me and their time was flexible, I may not get a reply till maybe much later in the day. And remember, I was working in an office, which I could have sent that message thinking things are rolling, and then I'm busy with my other things. So sometimes deadlines will slip away. Sometimes, and again, I didn't have a supervisor that was going to follow up with these people, So sometimes, it was funny. And so even sometimes I will have, just imagine you have a client to satisfy you, and all of this time, you think you have delegated a task, not knowing that it's not even started. Communication lapses up and down. So I remember one of our branding guys, let's call him Dante, right? Not his real name. Dante is like the best web designer I know ever. Like, he is so good. He's from the western part of Nigeria, very good. Like, sometimes when I get when we land the client job to design brand, I remember a veterinary clinic that we branded for at that time when he was actively still our designer, and then I will have to wait on him for days, and then we will say, okay, will you send it tomorrow? Yes. Then tomorrow I might not get him on phone, and then next tomorrow, do you understand? I'll follow up so many times just to get it done. But the thing was that when the job finally comes, all your anger will just go, because that thing was good. Like, and when you approach the clients are satisfied. They're like, oh my God, So then you let it slide. Then you start having like, okay, we need to improve on our systems and all that, and it happens again. So human nature. But let me tell you the truth, Dante was still better than our book designer. When we started working with one of our interior book designers as well, let's also call him Vogue. Interestingly, he will go silent for days after you have given him a brief, and then when you try to beep him, he's not like, I was actually waiting for the brief. I was actually waiting for you, and you're like, how could I be waiting for you? And you say you're waiting for me. Crazy, like it was. Oh my God. And just imagine that I was blogging, doing social media influencer, I was working 9 to 5, and I was following up on all of these people. It was not easy. So communication was definitely a major problem. Just like in marriage, communication, I think, is the major problem everywhere, in everything. If communication is not working, it's not working. Number 2 was that these people are not committed to you per se. Yes, I know I've told you in past episode how we had a channel partnership agreement, where it's like when Logos Audible shows up with a task, it becomes priority. Let's hit it off. Yes, girls. Yes, guys. But see, freelancers and CEOs have multiple clients they also want to satisfy with their own brand company, right? So no matter what, Logos Audible was not always their number one priority in that sense, because despite all of that agreement and speaking English, when the chips are down, the real struggle was sometimes, how do we get this out when we also have our deadlines? Additionally, you now have some speculations, because you also have an emergency and it's urgent. You want to please this client, you want to close this deal, you want to get this. So it's just natural, right? I remember we had media assistants, people did photography and all that, writers and all that. And of course, that happened. That was so tough. And even though, we find a way, I will tell you how we found a way to curb all of this as we went ahead, right? So commitment issues will always be there. But see, where are there no communication issues and commitment issues? Even when you have full-time staff, is it any different in that sense? Like, you still have to talk. It's like having children, your own children. They'll keep talking, keep training, keep talking, keep teaching, keep talking, keep believing, keep hoping. It's the same way. Sometimes it's even a lot of headache when you now hire people. Sometimes you can be doing everything in your organization when you're starting, but immediately you start having staff, you discover that your stress level increases. So managing people can never be a walk in the park, never, right? So that happened, and that was one of the second things that happened. Thirdly, I would say another challenge we had was, we have had, is let me say accountability, right? People just being accountable, and especially when it comes to tracking progress, because at the end of the day, it looks like it's my company now, like it's madam's company. So you understand, and then they believe that you're making all the money, they're taking just a small part of the pie. So when your team is remote, it's easy to lose track, really, of who is doing what, especially because accountability can slip off, like things can just not be efficient. I used to assume things a lot then, and I was thinking that sometimes I would just think that, okay, we had a writing conference, this person should be doing this and this, they know what to do, and then I had to come back to say, okay, so what were we brief, what did we agree? After thinking that somebody had taken the responsibility to pen it down, to now share it was a lot, until I realized that some tasks, if you don't follow up, it won't come in, and everybody is even living into thinking they will still hear from you. So at the end of it, like I tell people, at the end of it, what's the need for physical meetings if we have to still do a virtual, follow up in that sense, saying almost the same thing, right? So there were other people who gave us some tough time to working with them. I had another channel partner who was very quiet, gentle young man, very talented. But his work was, in fact, I've never worked with anybody that is not talented, really, because I wanted to say his work was pristine and different. But thinking about it, who else is not? Like, I think local studios have been blessed with fantastic people, like great minds from the beginning. Thinking about the people we have on the team now, as I'm even like, they're just something. They're just a grace, I would say, that Local Audible has. Please, if you're on the stream, drop a comment, say something to me so that I can give you a shout out. Okay, don't be quiet on us. Ask a question as well on anything I'm saying so that I can respond adequately, right? Thinking about Local Audibles today, we have all sorts of people. We have like high-tech people. When they say hire people smarter than you, that has always been what Local Audibles have always gotten. So really, when it comes to accountability and all of that happened, but I don't want to sound ungrateful. I have had the best time working with my remote team. Some have come and gone, some have remained like forever, like let me not say forever, from when we started. It's amazing. We've not really had a chronic case of bad PR or bad clientele issue, thankfully. We haven't failed any clients. I can tell you, we haven't really failed any client that I can say, because of this. Because even if there's going to be a failure or a disappointment, we will not allow it to happen, because I also understand that communication is everything. If a client is expecting their work tomorrow, and yesterday, which is 2 days before, you had communicated and said, we may need some extra time, you negotiate on timing, yeah? The client would understand. We are all human beings, right? But when you close up and you're trying to form Superman, so Local Audibles have a bit of my temperament, of course, as you should expect. Every company, behaves like like the CEO or like the founder, let me put it like that. Yeah, so it can make some people lose money when they don't communicate, they don't, they are not proactive. I think that's the word. They're not proactive, and they keep making their clients unhappy. We've never had one unhappy staff. I mean, did I say staff? One unhappy client, right? Not that some people have not complained and said, oh my, it's always about money. Like, I paid this and I wanted this to be done after. Can't you just give me this? Even because I have paid XYZ. When we said, no, you have to pay more for this to happen, and we had a few of those kind of cases. Maybe that could be what could be called unhappy client, but we always sorted it out. Okay, and I have people that I can always send to you. I know people that are more emotionally intelligent than other people in my team who I could easily send to talk to some clients and win them over, right? I remember in December or November last year, we had a really big client. In fact, he hasn't become a client. Let me not call him a client. He's a prospect. And he's far away from where I'm currently at. We had to send one of our big associates to go interface with him, rich man, wealthy, lives in a mansion, all that kind of thing. And, she was just perfect. I'm trying to say that it's not just one person that went, but the person who was like the head of the team, was perfect for that man and his temperament and his personality. It's just good to see that you can have a good team and you don't have to be everywhere, stressing yourself out, traveling up and down and all that. But I knew that we needed to fix some of these problems and things had to change. So guys, are you dropping your questions? I can see some questions coming in. Cool. Before I get into how I fix these problems and we are where we are, if you're listening to me and you're a CEO, you're an academic working on your thesis and all that, or you're thinking about writing your academic publications, remember that Logos Audibles is here to help you. Our contact will always be in the comment section pinned and also in our description box. How do you get to the description box? Just tap the title of this video afterwards. You're going to see the description. Even right now, if you tap on the title of this video now, you're going to see the description box pop up and all the details are there. If you're thinking of writing a book, but your problem is time to actually sit down, or you don't have the skill of writing, but you have a lot to say, to share, to document, don't waste any more time. Early this year is a good time to begin your book project. And all you have to do is send us an email or send us a WhatsApp message. Let's get you started. Don't be wasting time. Don't be wasting time, right? If you're working on your thesis, we have doctoral people who have PhD right now. Before I speak the English, I don't have the doctoral degree. So let me not go and speak English wrongly and they'll now sue me. We have people who have doctoral, who have PhD in our team, so they can help you with your thesis. It's not just people who managed to get the PhD and the research was knocking them left and right. I mean people who have distinctions and A's in their research, and they've been coaching people with smashing their degrees and smashing their research. We have them on our team. You don't need to be struggling with that research. Research can mess you up. Seriously, it can keep you 10 more years. You haven't gotten it. So get in touch. Okay, again, what's happening? Oh my God, I thought something was wrong around me, guys. Don't mind me. So if for your book, for your thesis, for anything you want to learn deeper that you have watched a video of on this channel and you feel like, oh, can you expand more? Can you show me how to do? Can you walk me through it? Don't keep quiet. Send a message. Let's get it going. Okay. Now, these problems I mentioned: communication, commitment, being accountable, making sure people don't dodge jobs. Sometimes there are even people, yes, I remember there are people that we had that even though they know that they will make money from this thing, but because of the jobs they have, they will not be promising you, don't worry, I'll get it done, hoping that somehow, I don't know how that somehow you forget, or the job will not put you at your end, and I don't know what is to be in their mind though, but we had all those kind of queer things, and to make sure that it doesn't happen, we had to make sure we had clear communication systems. That's the number one thing that I ensured. If you know me personally as well, I'm very straightforward. I'm very frank. I can't hide anything. I'm not really. I don't know how to be politically correct. That kind of patching things, trying to massage people's ego. Yeah, and that doesn't mean I'm tough. Far from it. I'm a very kind person, even if I say so myself. Like, people actually tell me, and I've come to believe it, that I've seen it. Okay, so that's what it means to be kind. I actually take people, I actually treat people the way I expect them to treat me, right? And that has worked in our corporate culture. So first of all, failing to instead of failing a client in that sense, we would send out, like I said, an email ahead or a call ahead to renegotiate on timelines. Yeah. So same way, when it comes to our own team, it depends on the team member though. We will not rely on just email. We will follow up on WhatsApp, especially for instant messaging, so that everybody is on board. We use groups and all that. I also set up a structured way that we can check in, depend on the task, maybe weekly, every 3 days or something, depending on what it is, on WhatsApp as well. I know that we can also use tools like Zoom, like what is on Teams, Google Meet, and the rest, to also, in case there are some things we need to walk through, we need to understand, and we need more people in, we do all of that, right? But WhatsApp is my favorite instant messaging app. I mean, it's much more than that to even manage projects, right? I have done a whole course on WhatsApp, on this channel as well. You should go check it out. It's an audio course. So since we started using that, we have had less communication issues. We know whether people are in or out very early. We get going. No more waiting endlessly, speculating, assuming, and all that. You know why I'm saying this? Because when we started earlier, I was very particular about email service, email correspondence, so that we have evidences. Emails and email trails. It has to be corresponding. But not everybody is as email savvy as some other people, right? I have my systems on the go. My emails are popping, my chats. I remember somebody who told me that you respond very fast to messages, and that's how I am. If I get an email, I'm responding. Not everybody is, let me not say wired, because none of us was wired till I was maybe 20. There was no cell phone. I didn't use cell phone, right? But let me say wired. I would say not all of us have picked up that skill or know the importance of being, savvy in that sense. So we saw that, okay, it wasn't really working. You send an email 3 days. Some people say, oh, if you send an email, like, you still have to call somebody to say, check your email after 3 days. You should know that email is not the person's best way to, of communication. So I had to temper, let it go, calm down my high horse and begin to use WhatsApp more effectively. So it has helped. Yeah, it has helped. So that's how we were able to implement clear messaging, and of course, get people's commitment ahead. It's not like, you are just assuming. I make sure that everybody feels valued. Like I said, everybody feels that that they're invested in the work and they're important. So instead of just assigning tasks to people, I will always share the bigger vision. I remember recently sharing with some of my team members how we want to be delivering our books now when we're done with, especially the clients that we have ghost treating for, that we usually have an NDA not to disclose, and all that. When we're delivering their book, we have to do some paparazzi around it, whether it's in their office or their home. People need to know that their publishers are around, And I love to share visions like that, so that you can see it, you can picture it, you can experience it, so that the part you're working on yourself, you'll be able to make sure that it syncs with the rest of the team. So that bigger vision thing helps. It helps with commitment culture. And when people understand the why things are the way they are, or the why behind their work, I see that they begin to deliver better work. I also give bonuses a lot. I give bonuses a lot for no reason, though, just for no reason. I just love to make people feel happy, valued, and and it's a secret in our work. Yes, it is. Just the way we give, we also give like referral commissions for people who refer clients that pay. We surprise them because it's something that is in our policy that is not, that most people don't know usually. So when it happens and somebody they introduce finally pays, we have a percentage that we pay. We have always done this from the beginning of Logos Audibles, and we have even improved on it now, hoping that we can even do even much more. So all of these things helps us to keep commitments, make people to keep recommending us, and we have so many return clients. Okay. Also, we use certain project management tools to track, to-do list, the clients that are ongoing, projects that are done and that needs to be followed up, or prospects, all that. I hear a few people use Notion. I know Ali Abdul here on YouTube talked about Notion a lot, and a few other people. I looked at it, but I can't remember what happened that I didn't subscribe to it. But we're already using ClickUp. Do you know ClickUp? Like ClickUp, yeah. ClickUp has been very cool. It's nice. Again, because I think I always like to try the free version of stuff like that before going premium or paying. I think I can't remember whether that was why I decided that we were not going to use Notion yet. We might decide to use it as well. There's also Trello. Trello is also, in fact, Trello is a platform I love the aesthetic the most, like the interface. But we use ClickUp to manage tasks, reminder. So don't forget anything. And on those platforms, you can invite your team members, assign tasks, and everybody knows where they stand in the scheme of things, right? Now, and of course, every deadline is put there. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and there's ample follow-up and all that. Again, we had to set the boundaries and expectations early, especially when we're trying to hire people new into our team. We let you know what we are about, and we make sure that you understand the task ahead of time, and we get your commitment, whether you can go through. So we get to know what else you do, what else takes your time, what could come in between your work and your life and all that. Then we also have what they call that now. We have contracts that you have to sign. We have always been a contract company, though. I mean, we don't play with contracts, and so we make it very clear that also, like, things like, it is this time period that we will require responses from you. This time period we will need, we expect your work done. These are the number of copies of something we will need, or the number of designs, or the number, all of that, so that you can eliminate problems early, and also let your team know that if by any chance they won't be able to meet up, to communicate early, not when it's almost deadline you come and say, oh, I couldn't do that and all that. I don't really talk to my teammates like they don't have a life outside my work. I'm very conscious about the fact that people are not working for me full time. I don't even like the full time thing somehow, because all my 11 years working in corporate Nigeria, I used to always zone out at some time of the day. And I used to wish my employers would just say, oh, you don't feel like you're up to it again. You've done a few things today. You could go and let's see tomorrow. Or I could work sometimes in the night, work sometimes in the afternoon, but it doesn't happen. And I've never really admired the work culture that makes you stay from 7 or 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. really. So I don't even expect the staff to sit down that long. I like project-based things, really. So mutual respect is also very important to us. We emphasize it, and because teammates don't really know each other in that sense, as in physically most times, that mutual respect is there, and I love it. And again, another thing I did remarkably is that just last year in 2024, we finally rebranded to a fully remote company. So we owned our stuff. Like, don't expect to come into any office. We can be in a hotel, we can be in a beach talking with you, we can be in a tea party, we can get your book stuff anywhere. Today we closed another deal, right? We didn't need to be there. The client is in the UK. Yeah, so we said, this thing, we have mastered this thing, we know how this thing works, we are baba in this thing, there's no need. And again, this post-COVID, right? People are now more aware of remote and all that, so why not? Yeah, so we finally rebranded in 2024, serving our clients globally from everywhere in the world. So one thing we have done, just like how pharmaceutical sales reps do it, right? We make sure that in any country that we are serving clients, that we have clients that we are serving or we're trying to expand into, we have representatives there. So even if you call for a meeting, a flight away, an hour flight, you meet up with your clients and go. Yeah, that way things like, see, the world is such a global village. It's so sweet to know, and we have been crushing it with this mindset right now. So stating that this is who we are, we are 100% remote, that doesn't mean we are invisible. If you really want to see us, yeah, excuse me, no, not today. So if you really want to see us, you can see us. You can see us. Please pardon me, guys. I'm sorry. Let me drink some water. Maybe it's okay. And don't mind me. It's not my allergy. It's just one of those things. My minutes has stopped counting. Oh God. Why am I seeing 10 minutes? I was in 31, in 33 minutes or so. Just now. What happened? Thank you, African Tales and Bit. I'm seeing all your questions. I'm gonna answer them. Pardon me, guys. Thanks for understanding. I remember how I feel whenever this happens. Like, people are going to know all the things I cut away in my long form videos. I have to edit and remove. This happens all the time, guys. Trust me. So the AC is off now. Let me try to use the fan. So if you hear any one sound, please don't be angry. So we rebranded to be a fully remote company. We are only now working on our headquarter office. That's the only office that we're going to have, our headquarter office. You won't believe that we are thinking of which country should it be. For me, I would be in Nigeria, in maybe somewhere very tourism-ish. Some people know what I'm saying. But anyway, we are still on that matter. And that's where we also have like properties, but now wow. Please pardon me, guys. Pardon me. No, it's okay. Just leave it. It's okay. Okay, so I was saying my own preference now. So we're working on our headquarters, where anybody could come. More for the convergence, and then we are now building very robust remote teams across the nations and cities where we are serving clients already, and we're going to expand our remote team into every other country of the world. Trust me, we're taking this gospel global, right? That's what God has us to do. So managing a remote team, whether you call it a remote team or a part-time team, managing that setup, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. Somehow, I'm the kind of person that finds solution in everything easily. Like, I find the easiest way out of things. If are you like that? Also, let me know in the comment section. There's some of us that are like that. We find the quickest way to get something done. Somebody said it's the way of lazy people. I agree. We try to find an easiest way to doing stuff. I'm the direct opposite of my husband. Nobody should tell him. My husband is a perfectionist. Emphasis on the T at the end. It has to be T. But me, before he's done doing one, I could have finished 20. Yes, my own may not all be A. It might just be C, D, F, in academic ranking, if you grade it like that, but it will be done. I don't know. That's just how my brain is wired. So we have a mix of that. I needed to have, they say hire your strength. We have a mix of people who are like my husband, really. They will get things done. They are finishers. They know, they manage my too much idea. They say, no, let's keep the focus. Let's keep the focus. Let's finish, So I actually really recommend this style of business for starters. If you ask me, I recommend it 100%, because first of all, if you keep waiting to get everything ready, you won't start, right? So when you start remotely, do your thing, then you see where it leads you. You can still build your physical offices and all that. Ensure that your company representative is available in the countries where you are serving people. Just the way I'm telling you, it can work. It can work, really. So major thing is clear communication, having a structured system, and setting the right expectations from the beginning for your staff. And once all of these are fixed, like now the local study team is more efficient. We have deadlines that are being met. The business is running smoothly. We are only expanding so that we can take on more clients and then boost our marketing fully. Trust me, we are learning every day, and we aren't starting. And trust me, we have not even started on the awesome company that we are building. Um, yeah, so we are steadily building. This is the time I take questions before I wrap up. Remember, if you want your books done, written till publishing, everything you need, get in touch. If you're struggling with your thesis, PhD thesis, your master dissertation, whatever it is, please get in touch. We will help you write everything, or rather edit and write and package anything you want that has to be submitted, that needs to be published or printed. We are your go-to company. Okay, if you found these tips helpful in any way, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and ask your questions right now because I'm ready to answer them. Okay, I hope this video is complete. This video was in 39 minutes at some point, then it started counting down from 10 and it's in 16 now. I don't know whether everything is saving or it restarted. I don't get it. Please, did this video stop at any point and restarted on your end? Please let me know. I can only find this technical thing when I'm done to be sure that I have all of this recorded properly. Please, I'm waiting for your question while I answer the ones here. Everything today seems to be African tales and beats. I can't see anyone on any other person. Tugra, are you still here? I thought, okay, apart from African tales and beats, is the only one commenting. Okay. Please pardon me, guys. Good evening. Okay, African Tales, are you still engaging remote workforce? Yes, we are. We actually have shortlisted. We did our vacancy advert late last year. We've shortlisted and we are in the process of making final selections. Yeah, so yes, the answer is yes. The short answer is yes. If yes, do you still experience such communication flaws? No, we don't. Okay, absolutely. Sorry, dear. Thank you. All right. Any more questions? 5 minutes time. She's wrapping up. If you have questions, please do ask. If not, I'll take it like everything is clear and we're on the same page. Please don't forget everything I have said. Please let me know, do you run a company that you work with remote people or with a remote team? This is staying. All right. Let me know. Tell me what you do and how you manage your work. Whether you're a YouTuber, a writer, an editor, a cryptocurrency trader, let me know. Affiliate marketer, dropshipping expert, what do you do? Let me know. And do you have an expert, a remote team you're working with? Let's know as well. Okay, now let me ask, which of the episodes so far in these 9 episodes have you enjoyed the most? Have you been able to implement? Can you let me know? If you've been here, for more than 2 or 3 episodes, which has been your favorite? 3 minutes more and I'll be done. African Tales a bit. I hope I answered all your questions. And do you have more? Please do send. If you have more questions you want to ask me on this topic or on any topic at all, remember how we do it. You can ask me anything, really. Really, ask me anything. Okay. 2 minutes more. 2 minutes and we're done. Question time. Yes, we're in question time. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to managing a team? Let me know. Drop a comment below. Please drop a comment below and let's chat about it. Ask me any questions. Let me know what your biggest challenge is. African Tales says all the episodes are informative. Thank you. So that means this my life story will make a great book. Does anybody agree? To make a great book for, like a bestseller. Chronicling my business journey chapter after chapter. Imagine these 30 days being like 30 chapters of a book. Yeah. Let's make it happen, guys. Let me know. What do you think? Should this series become a book? Let me know. Let me know. And also like a documentary. Yes, a documentary. 1 minute more and I'm off. If you don't ask me questions, I'm going off in the next 1 minute. But if you ask me questions, we can hang out a little bit more. If I were you, I would ask me questions really. Right, guys, ask me questions. I have a lot to share. A lot. I have the 40s advantage as well. I'm 44 and I've been through a lot and I have a lot to tell you, to share with you, to encourage you by, guidance, high valued guidance that people pay for. You get it on YouTube for free. So go ahead, take advantage of it. Okay. Any question? My 1 minute is off. So that should be goodbye. Okay. That's your area of specialization. You should advise us on what now? What should I advise you guys on? There are different things. Do you want me to advise you on how to make money? You want to advise you on marriage? You want me to advise you on how to write a book? You have to ask me specific questions, right? So I take it that I'm hanging out with African Tales and Beat right now. And nobody else is on the stream. Please, if you're watching this video after it has been posted, please let me know by writing #replay so I can give you a shout out offline when I get your response. Okay? Please subscribe. John Carr said, is this the face sitting page? What is the face sitting page? John Carr, please make your question clear. Face sitting page, what's that? They say turning this episode into a book. Okay, that's your area of specialization. You should advise us. So I can't even ask for help now. I'm asking you guys, do you think this episode will make an interesting book? And African Tales Abit is saying I should advise you guys how. I'm the one that needs the book. I'm the one that owns the book. I'm the one that owns the rights to all of these videos. So I know what I'm saying. Will you? Okay, let me put it like this. If I turn all of this episode into a book, will you buy? Will you promote in your country? Yes, I think that's a better question. So let me know. If I turn all of these 30 episodes, remember we have 21 more episodes to go, guys. This happens every 9 p.m. Lagos time on this YouTube channel. So don't miss any one. We have 21 more episodes to come. This is question time. Ask your questions that I'm asking. If I turn all of these episodes into a bestseller book, will you buy it? Will you promote it? Will you encourage other people to buy? I know that you said this is very informative. Will you want other people to learn what you're learning on these live streams? Yeah, so let me get a response. You see now you're asking me questions and I'm staying much longer. If you don't ask me questions, I would have just gone to enjoy my husband and my children. Watch a movie. Yeah, take my meds. Yeah, because I have medications to take after now. Any quick questions? John Carr, you haven't answered me. What is a face sitting page? So I think African Tales, you mean I should go ahead and turn this into a book, right? My great support. My great support. Yeah. So African Tales and Beats says, yes, sure. I'll buy your book anytime. Yeah. That means, and that's all I need. If I get one person that say yes, it means 1 million, 2 million, 10 million people will say yes, right? Even though that's second level validation. Until I'm ready to pre-order it, to put it on pre-order, then when you pay African Tales and Beats, then I know that for sure there are 10 million other people who want to buy this book. All right. Thank you for the encouragement, though. I love it. Thank you for all your support, everybody on the stream. Thank you for always being here with me. And I'm hoping that this episode is completely delivered, because I don't know why it decided to start counting lower, but I'll fix that as I go offline. Thank you so much. I'll see you again same time tomorrow, where we're talking about something even more amazing. Look out for it. Look out for it. Okay. See you. Bye. I'm seeing somebody just came into the stream. Please, can I know who you are? Any questions for me? Jonka has run off. Jonka is not answering me anymore. Okay, African Tale says send the link for the pre-order before the episodes are over. Okay, yeah, I'll note that. I'll do exactly that. Okay, I'm going to ask my team to set it up, and we're going to share it. Thank you for that encouragement. Yeah, talk about people keeping to their words on this stream. I'm getting encouraged. Yeah, so you will not just buy it, you're actually saying, let me pre-order before time. Yes. Okay, so then we have 21 whole days, and that's enough to set up the waitlist page and all. For the encouragement, African Tales and Beats. Please, everyone on the stream, go and follow African Tales and Beats and every other YouTuber on this stream. Please, let's support small YouTubers like us. Also, subscribe to mine, and let's talk tomorrow. Same time, 9 p.m. Lagos time. Don't miss it. Please put it on your calendar. Put it on your alarm clock. 9 p.m. Lagos time. I'm going to chat with that beautiful Nigerian lady who has so much experience doing business and is sharing her life journey. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, African Tales.